BROtocol JOE.
Welcome to RAID 5, Striping with Parity. Now don't worry about it, we're going to go through what parity is. You should already know what striping is based on RAID 0. So before we get any further, rocking my Fallen in Reverse shirt. Realize I have a bunch of really cool shirts. I'm going to start wearing them instead of my work polo. Fallen in Reverse, favorite band right now. Stumbled upon them on Pandora with the song Popular Monster. Definitely my favorite song. Too bad they're not touring because Fallen in Reverse and Ronnie Radke crushed it in Biloxi. But I'll put the video link down there. It's a pretty awesome song. Anyways, RAID 5, Striping with Parity. I did forget to do one thing. There's no reason to re-record this, but do not forget that RAID is not a backup. RAID's not a backup. Alright, now you've seen my face, you know I'm real. Fallen in Reverse shirt. Let's get going on RAID 5. I'll see you on the flip side. Alright, RAID 5 is striping with parity. It sounds more difficult than it is, but it's really not a whole lot of new information. It's just really that one parity piece. Because RAID 5, that's the only difference, is it uses something called parity. So what is parity? Parity in essence is extra information. It's just extra information that helps rebuild drives. Nothing earth-shattering about it. So, if you remember the RAID 101 video, oh, and here we go with a terrible puzzle piece picture. Let's see, puzzle piece, it comes here and goes there. That's the puzzle piece. Oh, that's brutal. Okay, so this is parity. This is the parity puzzle piece. So, now let's go to my drive examples, and I will show you what parity means and what it does. So first off, you notice these lines between the drives. This is the different stripes. So stripe, stripe, stripe. Okay? So the information is striped across those drives. So we're going to talk about data blocks. So we have data block 1A, then we have data block 2A, we'll do 3A, and we will do parity of A. Alright, so next, let me change colors real quick. We'll do 1B, yeah, let's do this. Let's make this simple. 1B, we'll do 2B, we'll do parity of B, and we will do 3B. So let's go to block C. Block C we're going to do, let's start off with 1C. So disk 0 will have 1C, then we'll do the parity of C, and then we'll have 2C and 3C. So guess what we have now? I'll use pink again. So there's no parity in disk 0, so we're going to have parity of D. We're going to have 1D. We're going to have 2D. And we're going to have 3D. Alright, so here is our striped information between disk 0, 1, 2, and 3. So I have them all labeled. Now, imagine your data, it's split across these drives. But the parity is that magical puzzle piece that can help you rebuild if a drive goes down. So what does that actually look like? So let's say that disk 3, I don't want to cross it all off, but let's say that disk 3 is gone. Okay, so how do we rebuild that out of disk 0, 1, and 2? So we're missing parity of A. So parity of A means we don't have that puzzle piece. But we have 1A, 2A, and 3A. So A is good because we have all three of the data blocks. Okay, so parity is not needed there. So 1B, 2B, parity of B, and 3B. So we don't have the data block 3B, but we have 1B, we have 2B, and we have the parity of B. So we have the puzzle piece of B. So B is good because we have the parity puzzle piece. And what that means is that's going to help rebuild the data of B. Because parity of B is a puzzle piece, it will help fill the gap of 3B. Now you're going to notice a little trend here. We have 1C, parity of C, 2C. So we're missing 3C, but we have 1C, 2C, and parity of C. So just like B, we're good because we have the parity puzzle piece, because we are rebuilding 3C. So we are rebuilding 3C. So now D, notice we have parity of D, 1D, and 2D. So we're missing 3D, but we do have, again, said puzzle piece. So D is good because we have the parity, which is running our room here, but it is rebuilding the lost 3D that we have. Okay? But notice the trend here. I have A, B, C data blocks in parity of D. A, B, parity of C, 1D. A, parity of B, 2C, 2D. Parity of A, 3B, 3C, 3D. So every single one of these drives has a parity data block in it. So what this tells you is if you have these 4 disks, you can survive one hard drive failure because your parity is filling in the gaps on whatever drive fails. So let me erase this and get a couple more key points in here. So let's talk minimum drives. There are 4 drives here, but the minimum drives are 3 drives. You might ask, well, why didn't you do an example with 3? Because I like the example with 4. I feel like I can explain it better. So it needs 3 drives because parity rotates between the drives. So the parity rotates. It does not just sit on one drive, it moves around, so no single drive becomes a bottleneck. So notice how the parity is on all the drives. Now, here is the storage formula. We have, let's just say this is 1 terabyte. This is 1 terabyte. This is 1 terabyte. This is 1 terabyte. So we have 1 terabyte times 4. We have 4 terabytes of data. Okay, so pretty self-explanatory, but parity does not allow that because you don't have all that usable space when you're using parity. So instead of having 4 usable drives, we have 4, we'll just do the same thing, 4 times 1 terabyte. But the thing is, we only have 3 terabytes of space. Because 1 terabyte is the parity of the data blocks. So 1 drive worth of space is used for parity. So here is what happens if the drive fails. The system, again, will use the parity puzzle piece plus the remaining data, whichever data block it is, to rebuild the missing information. All right, so what does RAID 5 provide, you might say? Fault tolerance. So don't feel like trying to spell out fault tolerance. It has fault tolerance. It also has good storage efficiency. EFFICIENCY, good storage efficiency. And it has improved read speed. And that is because of the striping, okay? Fault tolerance because of the parity drive. good storage efficiency. I'm not saying you have good storage options, but the efficiency in the storage is good. But notice underneath it, there is a trade-off. The write speed is slower than RAID 0 because all RAID 0 had was striping. But parity has to be calculated each time data is written. So I know I don't like writing sentences, but let's put parity has to be calculated each time data is written. Okay, so quick, let me erase this again. Memory shortcut. So let's just add a little thing to your memory bank. In summary, RAID 5 equals speed plus protection plus efficiency. You need a minimum of 3 drives, and because you use parity, you can survive 1 drive failure. So, again, one more with the puzzle piece. You have 3 friends in this situation, 4 friends. They're each holding part of a puzzle. The extra puzzle piece they share together lets them rebuild the missing sections if one person drops theirs. So that's my puzzle piece example. That is my RAID 5 explanation. Hopefully that made sense to you. Let me turn the lights back on so you can see me in my Fallen in Reverse t-shirt. Again, I'll drop the Piper the Monster video. RAID 5 is not as challenging as some people try to make it out to be. It is just like RAID 0. You're striping the information, but it has the puzzle piece parity that if you lose 1 drive, the parity can help rebuild the drive so your information stays up and running the entire time. All right, RAID 5 striping with parity. Next is going to be RAID 6 with 2 times the parity. All right, thank you for tuning in to BROtocol Joe with our RAID exploration. Hopefully these videos are sinking in. If not, go back and watch them again. Also, reach out to me, send me a comment, tell me I'm doing well, tell me I need to improve on something, ask questions. Hope you have a great day, and I will see you later. BROtocol Joe.